I'm Deborah Jackson with Legacy Greenscapes again, and I have Ed Mastrian here with me in my office. And our project is really about how to increase teen engagement at the park and in the community as a whole. And for those of us in Winchester, we know we've heard that common thread of teens not having a lot to do here in Winchester. And so we wanted to address that, but with park engagement. And one of the things that came up for me after watching, I watched, and Beth has it, maybe she can share it with everyone. It was pretty, it was significant in my thought process for this grant. It's called Transform Your Practice Community Engagement Strategies for Trust, Impact, and Civic Pride. And as soon as I got done watching this, I sent it to everybody I knew. I sent it down to our city commissioners. It really had a lot of impact on me. And one of the things it talks about, was, what is your organizational IQ for engagement? Do we know what engagement looks like? So we're talking about engaging teens, but we don't really even know what that looks like for them. And so it led for our project to really take a two-prong approach, which is where we're moving now. We're really on this fact-finding mission to decide, to really learn how to move forward. So when I was talking with Beth and Jen at the end of our talk, we talked about there's a lot of ways for us to get to the end of this project. We don't know how we're going to get there or what that final thing will be, but we know that part of the process is learning from others about teen engagement in our parks. And we're looking at teen girls in particular and their engagement in our community and getting them engaged, because a lot of the decisions made in this community will be about them and for them, and they need to have a voice in that. And so expanding the voices. But so out of that conversation came the approach that we're taking now, which is to not only start those conversations with teens, but we do have some fantastic organizations here in Winchester, and we know there are some others outside of Winchester, even in this group, that we need to have those conversations about what does successful teen engagement, how did you do it? What worked, what failed for you? And then ultimately inviting the teens to the park to have those same conversations. So that particular webinar also had this awesome, and you can see it, you can't hardly see it, but it is a card deck that you can print out to go with your group through engagement. And I know the Pointerville project, I think this would be awesome for you too, about what does engagement look like, and understanding that it can't just be transactional. To be successful, it has to be more than transactional with the people that you're wanting to partner with and build trust with. And so it had a lot of impact, and we're going to be looking at this. We're going to be, learning and trying to educate ourselves on what engagement actually looks like. So that's been pretty important for us.